Today we're going to be looking at solving equations with variables on each side. So the big idea here is what you guys already have learned in the past is kind of the idea of combining like terms. We want to get our terms with the variables on the same side together and our terms that are our constants also on the same side together. So let's look at our first problem here. We have 3x equals x plus 8. So in order to get our variables, our terms with our variables on the same side, all we would have to do here is subtract x from each side. Because we have a positive x on the right side, we have to do inverse operations, subtract x. And what we do to the one side, we have to do to the other. So that leaves us with 2x equals 8. And now here, all we have to do to find x, divide by 2, we get our answer of x equals 4. For our next one, we have 7x equals 5x plus 4. Same thing here, we want our terms with our variables on the same side. So to do that, we just subtract 5x from each side. Remember, you have to carry this whole term here. You can't just subtract x from each side. There is a 5 in front of it. 5x is the whole term. So when you're subtracting it, you have to be sure to subtract the whole term from both sides. So we subtract 5x from each side. That leaves us with 2x equals 4. Divide each side by 2. And that gives us our answer of x equals 2. For our next one here, we have 6 over 5y plus 8 equals 4 over 5y minus 10. So we have two terms with variables, 6 over 5y, 4 over 5y, and then we have two constants with a positive 8 and a negative 10. So first things first, like we did in our first problems, we want to get our variables on the same side. So I'm going to subtract 4 over 5y from each side. Six over 5 minus 4 over 5 is going to leave me with 2 over 5y plus 8 equals negative 10. So we got our terms with the variables on the same side. We subtracted them. Now we want our terms that are just our constants. We also want to get them on the same side. So to do that, just subtract 8 from each side. And that's going to leave us with 2/5 y equals negative 18. That's bad 18. Okay. So now we just want to get y by itself. So the only thing we have left to do here is multiply each side by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply 2/5 times 5 over 2, because that's going to cancel that out and just leave us with y. And we're going to multiply our negative 18 times 5 over 2. And that's going to leave us with y equals we could cancel out here, so this is going to leave us with a 1. our 18 is going to become our negative 18. Don't forget the sign is going to become a negative 9. So now we have negative 9 times our 5 here, which is going to leave me with negative 45. And then we would have 1 times 1 in our denominator, and that was just 1. So that's going to give us our final answer of y equals negative 45. For our last problem here, same idea. I'm going to make it a little bit easier on myself and start by subtracting 2.1x from each side. Yes, you could start by subtracting 3.1x from each side. It's going to leave you with a negative. It would leave you with a negative on your left side, and I like everything to stay positive. It just looks better to me, so I'm going to stick with subtracting 2.1x from each side, and that is going to leave me with 3 equals x minus 2. Now, all we have left to do here is combine our constants. So we add 2 to each side, and that's going to give us our final answer of 5 equals x. And again, if you want to check any of these solutions, all you would have to do is take whatever x equals or y or whatever variable it is and plug it back into your original equation, and you should get the correct answer there. All right? So we have a personal trainer charges a one-time fee of $60 plus $25 for each individual session. A fitness club charges a yearly fee of $450 plus $10 for each session with a personal trainer. Write and solve an equation to determine for what number of sessions the cost will be equal. So first we need to come up with an equation. So we know that the personal trainer charges a one-time fee of $60 plus $25 for each individual session. So that's going to give us 60 plus 25x. That x represents each of the individual sessions because it is $25 for each one. Now, we want to determine what number of sessions the cost will be equal. So we're going to set this equation equal to what the other fitness club charges, and that is a yearly fee of $450 plus $10 for each session with a personal trainer. So again, that x is the number of times, or represents the sessions with that personal trainer. So our equation here would be 60 plus 25x equals 450 plus 10x. Now, we want to get our terms with the same variable on the same side. So we have 25x and the 10x. Again, I like to keep things positive. I'm going to subtract 10x from each side. That's going to leave me with 60 equal, oh, nope. Not equals. 60 plus 15x equals 450. Now I have to combine my terms without the variables. We have 60 and 450. And I want to get them on the same side, opposite of the term with the variable, because I'm trying to find what x is. So I'm subtracting 60 from each side. And that's going to leave me with 15x equals 390. Now, all I have left to do is to find what x equals. So to do that, just divide each side by 15, and that's going to leave me with my final answer of x equals 26. And that x represents the number of sessions that the cost would be equal for both of these fitness clubs. Now, if we want to check our answer, all we have to do is plug our x back into our original equation. So we would have 60 plus 25 times 26 equals 450 plus 10 times 26. So if we simplify this a little bit, we get 60 plus 25 times 26, and that is 650 equals 450 plus 10 times 26 is 260. Now we just add our numbers on both sides of our equal sign. We have 60 plus 650. It's going to give us 710. We have 450 plus 260, and that is going to give us 710. So we have 710 equals 710, and that tells us that our answer of x equals 26 is correct.